Hey, good afternoon, Friday. This is Brayden from Pacific Toyota here in Cairns. Hey, thank you again for your inquiry on our 2021 Toyota Hilux Rugged X sitting here in front of me. Mate, this thing is an absolute awesome truck. Can't wait to take you through it. Thanks again for your inquiry. Like I said, obviously we are Pacific Toyota here in Cairns, mate. So I'm currently standing at our main used car yard at 235 Mulgrave Road. As you can see, we are literally jam-packed here at the moment. Like I said, we turn over a little bit over 200 vehicles a month, making us the biggest pre-owned yard for Toyota in all of Queensland and number 2 in Australia. So you can see our Toyota Lexus showrooms up the hill there, service departments down the road, and like I said, and we got another location up at 77 Mulgrave Road as well. So mate, this was a private owner, full service history as well. So the last couple of services through right here in Cairns, so one down in Toowoomba as well, so full service history in there too. Mate, the best thing about this, got about 1 million spare keys with this one. So you got obviously the general genuine central locking for the Hilux keys there as well. So central locking on both those guys. Both of those working perfectly, so good batteries in them. We've got a ton of accessories on this thing as well, so a bit of aftermarket stuff as well, including basically a retractable hard lid at the back, so that's what that one is, and then of course a couple blank ones there as well, so for the fuel tanks and the roof racks and stuff too. So mate, all the spare keys, everything's all there for you too. Now I'm going to try and be as picky as I can. Anything I can sort of notice, I'll point out for you as well. That 73 and 90, of course, as we said, is currently drive away with all the Queensland stamp duties, so just got to work out how you want it. Obviously, we deregister them and everything like that to save you a little bit of money. So you got that Rugged X badge work across the front there, all that sticker work as well, looking very tidy, and obviously that beautiful pearl paint there as well. Genuine Toyota snorkel as well, right down into the wheel arch, and of course the Rugged X wheels as well. So those black alloys, looking very tidy on those guys, and absolutely stacks of track there too. So I did tilt these out because I wanted to show you right in through the suspension and everything there as well. You can see yourself, incredibly tidy through the bash plates and that, and obviously the anchor points, the toe points there too. So all the Rugged X's come with these guys, same with that light bar in the center there too as well, and through that Toyota badging, a couple of little tiny sort of brush marks up against the front of that edge there. A tiny little mark just on the actual bull bar itself, but the paintwork is in very, very good condition. Same thing, little tiny sort of brush mark just on the wheel itself. So they might have got absolutely stacks of tread left in there too. Obviously down the driver's side here now as well, all the weather protectors, so the genuine roof racks there as well. Keyless entry on both the front doors, obviously those guys there. I know you had a Rugged X before, so you probably know a lot more, well aware as well, but I just want to make sure everything's all working perfectly for you. Obviously the window controls just on the inside here, electric windows the whole way around. You've got these beautiful side steps there too, and of course your build plate just there, the door jams and everything as well. Pretty tidy through here, just a tiny little bit of scuffing just on that edge from people sort of catching their shoes. The genuine obviously floor mats, cup holders and everything, of course, little JBL speaker set as well. It's obviously got the storage at the top there with the vents, all your manuals, books, everything's all in here as well. And like I said, it was a private owner, so I'll show you that service history for you. As I said, first service down in Toowoomba, so 2021 at 10,000 Ks. So next one here in Cairns at Islands, it's actually the dealership next door to us, 2022 at 19,000. And then, so when they come in, if they're due for a service, we get them done. So June 2023, Pacific Toyota, so that's us at 27,000 Ks as well. So full service history there. Not due again until about 37,000. But very tidy, obviously, through the dash and all that as well. Even the seats are in really good nick. Down the driver's side there too. Obviously that darker interior as well. Through the back. Keep coming around for you. See down the I'll try and get this phone under there so you can see as well. Such a good colour in the sun, hey? Child locks obviously on both these rear doors. Very tidy through this side. Again, obviously the fitted floor mats for the rear, all under there, just like shown underneath. So you got that little strap obviously that lifts up, giving you access into here, so a bit of storage. So the jack and tools should be under that side. Tow bar's just down there for you too, so we just take the tongues off because obviously they're not real good for people's shins when they're walking around. Cup holders in the middle, but very clean through the actual seats themselves. So obviously with Rugged X, we've got that bar work at the back. Fuel inlet's just here on the passenger side. Just a little tiny mark. A little tiny bit of a mark there. It's not actually like a scratch or anything like that, like you can't feel it, but it's just a little tiny mark. And again, plenty of tread left on these guys through the chassis and everything as well, and that spare tyre in the back as well. So obviously down here, so this is that retractable lid, so this is something the previous owners put on themselves. It's not an aftermarket accessory. So that one, so you simply push that once, that opens up, you can stop him and then bring it back as well. So you've got a little light underneath at the back there that works as well. And well, obviously tie down points all through the inside. You get that light in the inside, through the back, a little winding the whole way around. They put a little Anderson plug at the back here too, so if you want to put fridges and that kind of thing, it's all got power into the tray. Pretty tidy across the actual tray itself. A couple obviously little tiny scuff marks and stuff like that in the in that rear bar, and obviously the back of the toe points. There's keys in my pocket. The plugs in the bottom here too. So we've got what looks like a flat pin 7 underneath there as well. Toe bar plug on the back, and obviously all those toe points again. A little tiny sort of cut in the plastic there, but otherwise not too bad. Through the rest, and again just those sort of bush marks again on the on that rear bar. Close that one up. I think that's just the best thing in the world. That's cool as. I wish I'd had that for mine. Alright, so just down the driver's side now. Again, all that Rugged X obviously sticker work. Been very clean through there. We'll see that final wheel, and chassis and everything still very tidy. That as well. Now these windows are not actually tinted, but that is stuff that we can do in-house if that's something you want to look at as well. So again, lift this one up. So jack tools all under there for you. All the tight anchor points and everything. Solid handles at the back. See these solid ones to jump in and out. Makes life nice and easy. And the side steps. And obviously down that driver's side here too, which again that same keyless entry. So master controls all over this side here, so we can tuck the mirrors in and out with that one. Adjustments there, of course, central locking, window locks, and the electric window adjustments there too. Electric adjustments for this side, so obviously the height, backrest, all that kind of stuff, forward and backwards. The genuine, obviously, floor mats again, so we get them detailed obviously before we send them down to you. Bonnet release is just there, fuel is right next to it. DPF, so it's one of the perks of us being a Toyota dealer is we get all the DPF recalls done, so that's your little manual burn button there. High beam button, of course, so that's for your spotty, so the factory one that comes with it, and of course your red arc trailer brake control just there as well that we were talking about too. So cup holders all through there. Obviously the push button ignition and everything as well. So we're going to jump in, start it up. So foot on the brake. Close the door because it's getting pretty hot out there. Alright, so about a quarter tank of fuel, no engine lights or anything like that of course, and about 27,677 kilometres, which is just absolutely nothing. So like I said, not due for another service until about 37,000 Ks or December this year. So very well maintained obviously through the inside here as well. Pretty nice and easy setup on the, you'll be pretty used to it, but I'll just run through them real quick as well. Obviously you've got the Bluetooth all on the left hand side, or you jump between your different stations and everything like that, changing stations and volume and everything from up there. Bluetooth answering and ability to hang up there as well. Wipers are all on the left hand side, headlights are all on the right with an automatic setting there for you, and of course all your little pages down the bottom there, all operated through the inside here. So you can obviously flick between those, obviously your which direction you're going, what's on the radio, all your adaptive cruise control and lane departure settings, and all notifications and everything as well, all operated through the inside there too. Cruise control tucked up behind the back. As we come around to the right hand side, obviously huge touchscreen display, got that little reverse camera tucked in the back there too, so once that actually, the tongue is in the tow ball, you'll be able to see that as well, so it makes backing up to trailers very, very easy. Otherwise you can obviously see the rear bar, so it never should actually back into anything because you can see it yourself. As soon as we go back into park, you got that main home screen is going to bring you to this one every time. It's your favourite, so you can jump straight into the sat nav, straight into the phone calls. So once your phone's connected, all your calls and that kind of stuff, and straight to the live feed of the car as well. So again, everything's all touchscreen, works just like your phone, so real nice and easy. That little menu button there is going to bring you to this one, probably the second most common one that I use. But it jumps straight into the phone side of things, straight into your music, audio, Bluetooth, AM, FM, all that kind of stuff, into the phone, all the apps. Obviously this will have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto as well. So you simply plug your phone into the USB and it'll steal the maps off your phone, and a much easier way and much better live update than obviously the apps that come with it. Air con down the bottom, so obviously temperatures down the bottom here, so obviously we get the fan speed, temperature on the right hand side, and of course where you want them coming out of. Accessory plugs for days down the bottom here, so a nice little personalization one here. So he's put a USB port there, so you also get, this is the factory one, he's put another one there to run your phone, and obviously a type C as well, so for Samsungs and GoPros, that kind of thing, all can charge off that too, and a live feed of the battery meter as well. So this does just have the one battery, but obviously being a Hilux, they do have room to put a second if you want to down the track. Left and obviously right side of the car, so for the heated seats, so definitely more valid for you down in New South Wales than it is for us up here, but definitely still a feature. We've got the downhill descent, so it's like cruise control for coming down hills, rear diff locks and your traction control there too. Of course all these plugs and everything there as well. Now this is about the best thing he's put in here, so this is a wireless, so this is for obviously the upper market cars, but he's paid a bit to put this in. So it's a wireless charger, so your phone will sit on that, the light will then turn blue, and it'll start charging your phone as well, so you don't have to plug it in or anything like that. So my phone fits perfectly and charges on that. I just tested it before, so it definitely does work. It's just a little reminder. Just like so. So yeah, we've got the cup holders through the middle, obviously the full drive controls up on the right hand side there too. Gear shifter and everything there, eco and power mode down the bottom, obviously wheel handbrake there too. All those little blank switches on the inside there, so the ones that he has used, if you want to take them out and you want to put the normal switches back in, you've got them as well. Otherwise incredibly tidy through the inside here. Adjustable seat belts of course on both the front seats. We've got the mirrors on the passenger side, sunny hole at the top, and no mirror on the driver's side as well. But incredibly tidy through the inside here. Like I said, I did pop that bonnet though, so I do want to show you under there before we finish up. So that's of course just beeping at me because I got the keys in my pocket. It's just a reminder that the car's still running. There, 2.8 turbo diesel, 30 fluids up the back, to there. So it does have room in the back for that second battery if you do want it. So, thank you again, Friday, for your inquiry, mate, and can't wait to hear feedback soon.